We will continue our discussion and we will transfer model that we already created in Autodesk InfraWorks 2023 to Autodesk Civil 3D. So the Autodesk InfraWorks 2023 has some limitation for detailing. So Autodesk InfraWorks 2023 is more suitable for conceptual design. So then you can give some presentation to what we call it your client, or communicate with other engineer on how the conceptual of the project, that it has context detail such as the road, the tunnel, the platform, and then for the grading, all these things we can what do you call it, we can present it here. Even here we have the present and share comment or tab here, and we have what we call it a storyboard creator. Let me see a little bit here. So when we have here, then we can present something like this. I created previously, just drag and drop, or maybe you can add some more keyframe to here. So I can see go along the what we call it the road, and it will. You can add keyframe certain length, certain position. Then it will play based on. So the total is 2 minutes after 3 minutes for all the segment of the road that we have. And we start here then. So it's moving, and then go to the roundabout. And we can adjust the tilting of the camera, so you can see the surrounding area of the project conceptually. So you can add what we call it the trees, houses along the road. You can see here. Let's go through the tunnel side here. So you can have it here. Say here stop. We pause and then move this. Then we go to. It's not going to that one. I think this. Oh no, it's exporting. Not so. As good as any video creator software, but it is. It has basic features. So then you can add some keyframe along the segment of road that you have, something like this. Okay. Then after that, you can export it as a video and share with your client. Okay. We close this one. Return back to home, and you can set the environment, moving of the cloud here, how cloudy the day is. You can set it here. You can set in here. Environment, brightness, sun color, frame, source sky, surface opacity, and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, then let me go to the topic. Main topic in this video is to move or copy or transfer this model into Autodesk Civil 3D. So in Autodesk Civil 3D later on, we will edit because the root component here, such as especially in the what do you call it, the intersection, it is not captured well in Autodesk Civil 3D, because Autodesk Civil 3D has very detailed requirements of editing, modifying the what do you call it, the component or the object in our model. Okay, first we need to close this one. Let me check this one, model properties first. So the coordinate currently is LL84. Then it will be, it is required later on when we transfer into the coordinate into Civil 3D. And we close this one, and then we open the Civil 3D, and then make sure it is a Civil 3D metric, not an Imperial. Civil 3D 2023. So basically the Autodesk Civil 3D to 2023 is working on top of AutoCAD. So you can see also you can use the drafting mode in Autodesk Civil 3D. So here we can simply start by press this new, or you can press this plus button here, new drawing. As I mentioned previously, in Autodesk Civil 3D, that it work on top of AutoCAD drafting. So we can move change to drafting, 3D modeling, planning analysis, or Civil 3D. So we work in Civil 3D, and then here we have a ribbon that has all the required tools to modify, to analyze, and to manage. And also we have the InfraWork tab here. So from an InfraWork tab here, we open the model. Our model is located at the folder document, and then you go to Autodesk InfraWork model, and then here you go to find the Autodesk 360, and then this is the last folder where the model is automatically saved. Bukit Puchong SQLite. Then we open it, and then make sure the InfraWork is closed, so then it will detect the datum and the UCS position, coordinate of the model. And then here there is a prompt, please set coordinate system. So you can set in setting a tab here, or else you can directly press this button, set coordinate system, and then it will give you 3 options. Use the InfraWork, select coordinate system from the drawing, from the setting tab here, or use the suggested coordinate system. It is under WGS UTM-84 47 knot. So it is a northern hemisphere in 47. So then you select this one. So it is okay already. Then you have 2 selection here, whether you want to use all the whole extent of the InfraWork model, or select the area, specific area. So since we are not so familiar with the area, so we select the extent InfraWork model. Then when you select from area here, it will give you what we call it model, the map at the back of the working area here. Then after that, here we refine the selection set. Okay, refine selection set. So it is quite a while to populate all the data from the data set in the model. Okay. Then we have here selection set. We select the terrain surface. As I mentioned previously that we can simply transfer everything, but you need to set in your mind that Autodesk InfraWorks is a conceptual model with detailed context on the surrounding area, but it is not it's not bringing the detail that somehow we need to adjust in the Civil 3D. So we can add this, or else we use the existing ground like this without this one. If you select this proposed ground, so that the grading that you already set in Autodesk InfraWorks, so it will be bring together as well in the terrain surface. So we have the grading that we set. Okay, then we also here this one is the existing transportation surface. So the road corridor or the road surface also will be transferred. So let we start with without transferring these two, and then planning road, we don't want this planning road, and then the component road, yes, we want the component road. If you want to transfer only specific component road from the InfraWorks, so then you can select. So let me open the InfraWorks, since we already have. Later, before we execute open the model, we close the InfraWorks just to select, or maybe to identify the road that you have, or change the naming of the road. So basically, in the InfraWorks, from the beginning, you can name the component road. So then it is not in a number base that you do not know. So let's say this one. We select this one. So we have a name. We don't have the road name here. So that's why it will give us the ID, different ID name, and by number. Here, so also we don't have the road name, so it will give us number. Let me see what is the number of this one. Is that station profile, or it's not here? Okay, anyway, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Let me see. Attribute. It's not here. Function, design standard, line, elevation. It's not. Let me see. This one open already. Cancel. We don't have this one. We don't have the information on the number. Okay. Let me continue. So then, since we already have a lot of component road here, so then maybe if you don't want to import this jalan BV7, jalan Puchong, so then you can untick. Then intersection, you want all the intersection, or maybe there are intersection that belong to this jalan BP7, jalan Puchong, that we tick it on everything. Coverage, so then here we can have the grading, terrain modifying. Water area we don't want, bridges that we want, Tunnel, basically, tunnel is different model in InfraWorks and Civil 3D. In Civil 3D, you need to create assembly for the tunnel that it is not bring directly from the InfraWorks. So then you can switch it off. Or if you want to have the idea on the which section required the tunnel, so then you can add this one. Roundabout here, then okay, then after that we open model. So you can see here there are 90 entities transferred from the InfraWorks. Okay, so we just wait for a while until everything transferred. Okay, then this set import finish. So we wait until all the window disappear. I mean this menu window disappear for model. So it's already disappear. So we have this some warning from the previous curve process. I mean previously. So then this is the text that we can, we can reduce the size by change the scale of the annotation. Let's see here, so it will be reduced. Okay. So then here we have a route that we transferred from the AutoCAD, from the InfraWorks. We make it smaller. So this one, and then this is properties. Since my screen reduce, the resolution, so then to ensure that you can read the text, so you can adjust. You can arrange, move here, then attach to here, something like that. Do some adjustment like that. This one we call it a prospector. In Civil 3D, even though we still have the layers, you can see it at home. We have layers here. So then all the component basically save in specific layers. You can switch on and switch off, same as AutoCAD. But here we also have all the object here under the object drawing object here. So we have surface, alignment, pipe network, corridor, assembly, and so on and so forth here. So the things that actually imported here from InfraWorks is all the assembly, this one is the surface, all the three surface you can see here. We have, when we go to the surface, in the prospector tab surface, we have existing road and roundabout, or we didn't transfer the previous ground, the grading that we created. You can see here, grading is not here. Okay, then we have a corridor. Corridor is the road segment here. So with the daylight cut and fill along the road, we call it corridor. And then we have alignment, assembly. See, this is the assembly is here. Sorry, this is the assembly. So we have assembly here. So once you click the object, so it will be the properties will be regards to the selected object. So it is the name of this assembly is an assembly 1. So escape to release. So properties will disappear as well. And then after that, this lagging. Okay, then when you select another object here, so assembly 2, like that. So we have different assembly So assembly here, there is an assembly that it has specific cut, and then also daylight here. There is an assembly that this assembly with complete, but using basic pavement layers. Here we have under the tool palettes here more detailed assembly. So this is basic assembly for the intersection, road for the left side, right side, and also the basic assembly. So it has the layers for the pavement. Later we discuss this in detail. And then also we have this one, assembly for different slope. Different segment. This one for the intersection, if I'm mistaken, because every corridor it has a different assembly. So corridor for the intersection. So you can see here the intersection is not created properly here. It has the this line. There's the connected, or that we call it intersection component, connecting this road and then this road. So you can extend this one. So click this one, right click, and then you have the widening, sphere elevation, and then all the properties here for the road. So there is a basic already given here. Also for the roundabout here, but you can see here the roundabout is still overlapping each other. So we need to do something on this one. Okay. So let's say we click this one, and then right click. Let's say we add also the road the bridge. It's not selected. This is the road. Here this bridge platform. It's not selected. This is the corridor, road corridor, different segment. This segment for region, we call it region for the road. This region for bridge deck. So this is the region. So we can split later on, especially for the what we call it intersection. We have to split the region. So the way we navigate in Civil 3D is slightly different compared to the infrawork. In infrawork, we use left button of our mouse and right button of the mouse to navigate. Here we use a scroll up and scroll down to zoom in and zoom out, and then we use the roller of the mouse, and then click it and hold it to pan. If you want to three dimension zooming and moving, so you have to press shift button, and then together with the the roller of the mouse, so then you rotate the model. So it's quite slow. Come slower, lagging here. Then you can return back to the top view using the cube here, and then press the knot. So the knot will so press the home here. You can press home. I can go to here. Can move to the top, and then rotate using this one. And then you can see in this one, perspective, parallel, perspective with orthoface. So parallel, so top view it will not give you the 3 dimension. So it is the same view, no perspective fill on the depth. Okay, then so here is the surface. So basically it is under the existing ground. Then you can you can right click and then surface properties here. You can change the style. So currently we have surface style and background, and then the contour is 1 meter and 5 meter. This means the interval, the minor interval is 1 meter and major interval 5 meter. You can edit in setting, and then if you feel that it is too dense, you can change to this one and then apply. So then it is less than dense. Then you can also see in the cut and fill bending 0.5 meter interval, or elevation bending 2D. Apply. You can see the ones that are lower area. You can change the display here in setting. You can edit the setting here, elevation bending here, display for not contour. Anyway, you can still edit this current setting, and then you have the elevation bending 1 meter interval. It's more detail, maybe different view. And then also you can set to no display or border only, and then apply. So it's border only. Contour, we return back to this one, 2 meter minor interval. That's one. Okay, we discuss further on the what we call it, this one on the surface. So on the surface we can do modify, go modify and go for surface. So another contextual tab will appear here. You can see new tab, surface will be here. And we have another one is geolocation. If this one is geolocation, you can map, you can switch on and switch off the map. So if you want to switch on the map, it will prompt you, do you want to use online map? Yes. And yes, here. So you have the overlay at the bottom, the map. You can see that. Then you can switch it off. Return back to the surface contextual ribbon. So you can add the, what do you call it, label of contour multiple. So you select the surface. So it's asking you select a surface or press enter. So if you press enter, there is a list of surface that you can select from there. So select this one, and then from where to where. Let's say I want to see the elevation from here to here. From this point, go down to this, click, right click. So maybe it is too small. You can see it's too small because the annotation 1/20. So you can make it bigger. So then it will appear. So the highest point is 64, and then the lowest point here is 36, like that. So I repeat for another one here. So the closest the contour line in, so it is the steeper it is. Here add label, contour multiple. We go from here, go down. Sorry. So we select the surface, asking select the surface, and then click here, and then go down here. So it will right click to end the command. So the highest point is 102 meter. You can also do something like this: existing surface properties, and then statistic. Do statistic or general. Give you the maximum elevation is 102. The minimum elevation is 7.5 meter. Like that. minimum coordinate. So this coordinate in meter, not in degree. This based on the UTM 47, so UTM 84 47 knot. So dimension in meter, coordinate in meter. And also do analysis here. If you want to do analysis on the elevation bending, elevation or slope arrow, so then you can identify where the water will discharge. And then it is number from this one, 8, and then you can press this. And then you can apply. You can see also the preview here. You have this one. Apply and OK. So you can place basically the that one. Let me see surface properties. And this is the preview. You can place. Sorry, this one the slope arrow. You can see the slope. And then how to place it, I forgot. You can change, turn on. Anyway, so you can view the surface arrow, the arrow, by change this one to, sorry, you can do modifying. It's not appear here. Later we discuss on, I forgot the place, but you can do analyze. If you understand, analyze, contour check, profile catchment, or here, flow point, contour check. It's not here. So it gives you the surface AIW existing ground from infrawork. Okay, anyway, we back to the modify of a context, surface contextual. So we have another here, the legend. You can add legend of surface, and then the slope. Previously we already run the analysis for the slope arrow, and then dynamic can set place somewhere here, like this. This is the way we place the legend. And then add the data here, boundary, background, contour, drawing. It's not here. Later we discuss on the surface. Okay, we continue. This one on the surface. Then we have the component here of the alignment. Alignment is the center alignment is, let's say, 246. If you want to highlight it, select. So it will be selected, or you can select from this one. But it is quite difficult. It's not difficult. You have to select this one. You cannot access directly because the surface is on top of the alignment. So right click, and then you move the display order, send to back, like that. So then you can access the alignment like that. So it is the alignment. When you select this one, so then the properties, the style proposed, the name of the alignment of the road here is 246 like that. So let's see, we see this one as well. Right click, and then display order, send to back. Then you can access the alignment. So it's 244. So we need this information later to modify the what do you call it, intersection. Okay, this is the road that we have. And then the road here, it is actually brought from the, we bring previously from the infrawork, but we can still modify this one. how to modify this one. Let's say we start with modifying this, or maybe we discuss modifying the road corridor and then the road what do you call it, intersection and roundabout in the next video. Okay, so this is the end of the video here.